Hello and welcome to Money, 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 your weekly personal finance date with me, Soneera. Well, this week we're going to talk about children. Raising financially savvy children is everyone's dream, isn't it? But are we doing it right? Are we instilling the best practices of money management? And more importantly, how do we ensure that we can successfully transmit the family's value orientation to the next generation? My guest this week promised to provide the answers to these and many more such questions. Binal, Gandhi and Soneera, Sanghvi, the authors of a book on exactly this subject called From Piggy Bank to Portfolio, Raising Financially Smart Children. Ladies, thank you very much for joining in. Binal, my first question is to you because, there's no doubt that talking to kids about money matters is important, right? I mean, nobody's even questioning that. But the fact is that they do pick up a lot just by sharing, the same space as their parents. But at what time or what point in their lives does this, chatter need to become a constructive, engaging conversation? And, where do parents begin?
So money is a taboo topic in many homes, and parents feel that talking about money with their children will make them money-minded. Some parents feel that their children should be focused on their education and they can worry about money later. But as you correctly pointed out, kids are already picking up a lot of what is going on at home. So conversations with kids about money are actually wonderful opportunities for parents to share their values and their priorities and also share their views about money. So when kids ask you questions like, are we rich? Or how much money do you make? Parents should use these as opportunities and answer these questions in an age-appropriate manner. But it's not just that. There are certain conversations that parents need to initiate without even their kids asking them the questions. So for example, the importance of saving, the importance of investing, consumerism, social media, the impact that it has on our well-being as well as the well-being of the children. So all these conversations should start, and they should start at an early age, even as early as age 6 and 7. And of course, they must be had in an age-appropriate manner. But having conversations is not enough. Giving them practical experience with money goes hand in hand with speaking to them about money. So even as early as age 6 or 7, we suggest that you give your children a little bit of pocket money so that they get the practical experience of handling pocket money. And the reason why we say start at age 6 or 7 is because research shows that this is when some money-related habits like delayed gratification, self-control, all of these start developing at this age. So giving them a small amount of pocket money and teaching them what to do with the pocket money, it becomes really important also. So what we suggest is following the SSG model, which is save, spend, and give. So when you give them pocket money, have them set aside a little bit for saving, a little bit for giving, and then spend the remaining money as they wish. So, good age to start is at age 6 or 7. But if you haven't started already, then it's never too late to start.
No, absolutely, Binal. And, I'm going to come back in just a bit to scratch this point a little bit further because, money is not just entirely about saving, right? It's also about spending it right and doing the things that matter to you. But before that, Soneera, teaching kids how to value money is important, right? Because each family's circumstances are different. So therefore, what are some of the core values that a parent must pass on?
So, one of my favorite lines from the book is that whether you have a lot or little, core financial values should not change with financial means or status, because these are the values that need to stay constant. And, the first one is that there is no money tree. For 99% of us, money comes from hard work. Money comes from, as a direct result of sacrifices, choices, and work that we do. So this is something kids need to learn very early on, that money is an output of input. And the second is spending versus saving, and that you always need to balance this. So when there is money, children need to start thinking about saving and spending, and in sort of how that balance needs to be from a young age, so that when they grow up, they don't make the mistakes of spending too much, taking on too much debt, not saving enough for a financial emergency. And all through life, right? Like it's the yin and yang. You have to balance those two. And then when they do save, it's such an important value to teach them to grow their savings and create wealth. Because, as we discuss in the book, if you don't end up making money work for you, you literally have to work till the day you die. So you have to create passive income. You have to create ways to generate income, apart from only working in your job. And most importantly, and this is the one we stress on in the book as well, is that kids really need to learn that money does not equal to self-worth or happiness or love. Because there is research out there shows that money truly doesn't buy you happiness. Money, it is a means to an end, and whether those ends are very fancy or whether those ends are normal, at the end of the day, kids should not think of money as a reflection of their self-worth. And it's so important for parents to drive home that point, starting from a young age, to avoid peer pressure and so many pitfalls later in life.
Oh, absolutely. I couldn't agree more in this, age of Instagram and likes and all of these aspirational things that, kids want to have. Having a healthy relationship with money is what matters the most. And, I couldn't agree with you more. I read that, you wrote in your book that parents are the main influencers of money habits, right? Not a formal educational system. So therefore, Binal, to what level should kids be involved? Should it be limited to the household budgeting? Should it be limited to the investing, process? Or should parents even share details of financial hardships, perhaps with older kids, not very young kids? What I mean to ask is, which kind of discussions can appeal to a child or a young adult's maturity?
Right. So I would say all the conversations need to be, I guess they're different at different ages. So when the kids are younger, it's more about the why and the what, as in why is it important to save, or what does investing mean? So it's more about the basics. As they grow older, it's more about the hows. So how do you go about investing? Or how do you budget, or how do you make certain decisions? And all this is obviously done through conversations as well as practical experiences and different types of activities. So we suggest a whole bunch of them in our book. And as they grow older, and of course it depends, from child to child, because their maturity level differs. As they grow older, it's important to have a conversation with them about your family finances also. So, as per the RBI, there are thousands of crores of rupees that go unclaimed in bank accounts. And this is because a lot of times people don't know that these accounts existed or that they had inherited this kind of wealth. So when the kids are older, it's important to share with them, even if you don't share the exact amounts, it's important to share with them where your assets are, where do they sit, and where your children will have access to them if something, God forbid, happens to you. So again, it's by age, and that's how the progression works when it comes to their financial education journey.
All right. We're going to take a very quick break, but we have a lot more to discuss, and we'll also scratch that point on pocket money. And, there's a very good point that's been raised in the book about whether it should just be given or should pocket money be earned. All of that and lots more lined up next. Stay tuned.
Get the grip of good health